In episode 4, Joel and Ellie continue to head out west. They have to stop about every hour to siphon gas. And when it comes time to sleep, they have to hide out in the woods. It's not all bad. Thanks to Bill and Frank's stash, they have a bunch of 20-year-old Chef Boyardee items. As they continue on, Joel is teaching Ellie how to stay safe. Like, for example, don't start a fire because raiders will end up seeing the smoke and end up heading towards your way. You don't want that. It's frustrating to Joel that he has to tell her what he thinks is pretty much common sense, but she is starting to crack into that hard shell exterior. She's got this book full of puns, and they're so bad, but the way that she tells them, they're actually pretty funny. Even though Joel doesn't want to laugh, some of them he has to. When they wake up the next morning, they're all well rested, and they continue to head out west. With any luck, they can reach Wyoming in about 2 days. You've got Joel driving, Ellie being the navigator. With all this free time, they have a lot of time to discuss things, like Joel's brother Tommy. Ellie wants to know why they split up, why they aren't together. And Joel reluctantly tells her that Tommy's what they call a joiner. He would dream of becoming a hero, so he enlisted in the Army back in the day. He enlisted in the Fireflies, thinking he could make a difference. When Tommy joined the Fireflies and made their way up to Boston, Joel followed suit. He didn't want to be a Firefly, he just wanted to keep an eye on his brother. In Boston, that's where they met Tess, but that's also where Tommy met Marlene. Joel shakes his head because the way that he looks at it, his brother didn't learn from the same mistake that he made when he was 18 and joined the Army. Although last Joel heard, Tommy had quit the Firefly, so he's really concerned because his brother is all alone out there. A few hours later, Joel and Ellie are just outside of Kansas City. They're trying to go through a tunnel, but the tunnel is blocked, and they get rerouted. Joel thinks he knows a shortcut, but it's going to force him to go through the actual city. Unfortunately, Ellie isn't that good at being a navigator. And even though they don't see anybody in the city, on the city streets, or any sign of any infected, they also have no idea how to get back on the highway. That's when things get really scary, because they do notice the quarantine zone, and Fedra is nowhere to be found. They then hear a guy scream for help, and Joel knows it's a trap. He tries to drive away, but the truck gets stopped by spike strips, and it forces Joel and Ellie to get out of the car, and suddenly they're in a firefight. Joel tries to take care of Ellie, telling her to go hide somewhere, as he tries to take care of whoever these people are. Joel does a pretty good job. He's still got it in terms of his shooting accuracy. But one of the younger guys sneaks up on him, grabs him, throwing him to the ground, and choking him. It's Ellie who actually comes to his rescue. She crawls out of that nook, pulls the gun that she was hiding out of her bag, and shoots this guy in the back. She doesn't kill him, but this guy is really badly injured, and he starts begging for mercy. In a last-ditch effort, this kid, who's named Brian, starts trying to make friends with Joel and Ellie. It doesn't work. Joel sends Ellie to hide once again, and he kills Brian. Now, though, they're stuck. Their car has flat tires. They obviously can't change them because the gunshots drew attention to them, and they have to start hiding throughout the city. They have limited resources because they had to take whatever they could grab from the truck, which wasn't much, and they figure their best bet is to hide in some of the buildings till nightfall and then sneak out. They're unaware that they have a much bigger issue to deal with, because the person who's now in charge of Kansas City is named Kathleen. She was in charge of the resistance, and she is out for blood. She's hunting for a guy named Henry, who betrayed her brother. And Henry has his little brother Sam with him. Her and her brother were really close, so this betrayal really hit home. She's extremely cutthroat. She will do whatever it takes to find this guy. That means killing whoever she has to locate Sam. Sam is living rent-free in Kathleen's head, to the point where when her second-in-command brings her the body of Brian and she says who did this, and he says outsiders, she immediately thinks, no, Henry had to play a part in this somehow. Maybe he got on a radio and called these guys in. Kathleen was already really pissed off to begin with, and now that she thinks that Henry is calling in mercenaries to kill her people, that pisses her off even more. She proclaims to her group, this is Henry's work. Do you understand? He's not going to stop until we stop him. Find who did this. Find every single collaborator and kill them all. Kathleen's people go to work. They file into their cars and they start going door to door looking for Joel and Ellie. Of course, Joel and Ellie, they have no idea that these people are actually hunting them, or at least how many are hunting them. They're hunkered down in an abandoned building and they're honestly wondering who these people are. They know they're not Fedra, they know they're not Fireflies, but they're more terrifying than that because they're just people. Joel knows it's just a matter of time before they move on from the apartment buildings to just the storefronts, which is where they're currently hiding at the moment. They've scoped out a really tall building, and they figure that as soon as they don't hear a truck, they're going to move to that building. While they wait for the all clear, Ellie asks Joel, "Are you all right?" And he says, "Yeah, I'm all right. Are you all right?" And she says, "Yeah, I'm fine." It's pretty clear they're both shaken up by the events, though. Ellie's shaken up because she shot someone. Joel is shaken up because he needed Ellie's help. He's never needed help like that before. He's realizing he's losing a step. He tries to apologize for putting Ellie in that situation in the first place, but he really sucks at apologies. He knows what it's like to hurt somebody for the first time, but Ellie tells him, "That wasn't my first time." With that in mind, Joel pulls out a gun and starts showing her how to hold it, how to aim, what to do, all of it. They then notice that they don't hear trucks, so they head for that tall building. And they are doing a good job of evading Kathleen and her men. Kathleen is simultaneously looking for Joel and Ellie, but also looking for Henry. She realizes that she's close to finding out where Henry is and smoking him out. She finds one of his hiding places, and by the looks of it, Henry has run out of food, and he's not going to let his little brother Sam starve. She knows that Henry's close. By the looks of it, her second in command, Perry, he's not even thinking about Henry. Kathleen can tell, so she asks, "What is it?" And he shows her. He takes her into another room where the ground seems to have caved in. It kind of looks like a wrecking ball fell, and the floor is cracked, but it's also moving. It's pretty concerning and pretty terrifying, and it leads Kathleen and Perry to get the hell out of that building. Perry wants to deal with it right then and there, but Kathleen says no, we'll deal with it after we find Henry. Just seal off the building. They continue on their routes, looking for Henry, looking for Sam, looking for Joel and Ellie. But when nightfall hits, they haven't found anybody. That's because Joel and Ellie are on like the 30th floor of this building just hiding out. Joel and Ellie find a room to sleep in. Joel puts some glass on the floor so that if anybody does come in, they won't be sneaking up on them. And then they try to go to bed. There is one thing, though, that is eating at Joel. It's the fact that Ellie said that wasn't her first time hurting somebody. And he asks about it, but she says, "I don't really want to talk about it." She then asks him if he's even going to be able to hear the glass because she's noticed that he's not so good at hearing out of his right ear. He tells her that it's probably from shooting a gun so much, so if she wants to keep her hearing, stick to a knife. They then change the subject to some funny puns, and eventually they fall asleep, but they're woken up in the middle of the night. Well, at least Ellie is. That glass didn't work. Joel's right ear betrayed him. He's awoken up by Ellie, who says his name, and when he looks up, he's got a little boy pointing a gun directly in his face. And Ellie is standing with her arms up at gunpoint from an adult who's holding her hostage. Thank you so much for checking out this recap. Please consider subscribing to the channel and subscribing to my Patreon. Hit thumbs up if you liked it. Smash that thumbs down button if you thought it sucked. If you left a comment, I don't get back to you. I usually don't check the comments unless they're like a super comment. Also, if you don't see the next video up on the end screen, not to worry, it'll be up in a day or two.